Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Chris Loves Comics. It's Saturday. I hope you guys have found everything that you were looking for on New Comic Book Day on Wednesday. I wanted to say thank you again to everyone who's been giving my wife and I the well wishes. We both really appreciate it more than you can imagine. And on a good note, my wife is going for her surgery on the 18th of June. Uh, So we're hoping that once the surgery is complete, she'll be going for radiation therapy, but she will not need chemo. But um, you take the victories when you can, and I hope after her radiation therapy, she can just put this away. But again, thank you so much to everyone who's reached out to us. It really means a lot to us. But today I'm going to be going over my comic book haul that I got on Wednesday. I'm going to be going over my A plus books. Also, a lot of my friends have YouTube channels. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to put a link in their description down below. I definitely recommend them. But with that out of the way, we'll start off with, I know I said I would swear off reading Marvel books, but I just couldn't help it getting this cover, and it turns out the book was good. This is The Ultimates #1. I got the Iron Man cover. It kind of looks like a combination of Iron Man and Kang from the helm over there, but this book was very well done. This is by Dennis Camp and Juan Frigeri on art. I really like his take on art. This is a different kind of Avengers story. You have Reed Richards as Reed Richards as Doctor Doom over here, and then you have Iron Lad, and that is a young Tony Stark. And you have Captain America and the usual Avengers. You have Hank Pym and you have Janet Van Dyne. This was a very well done book. It looks like it's a French version of Captain Britain, who is hunting down the Ultimates, the Avengers. But I really like the start that this book is leading off with, and I'm gonna continue with it. I hope I really like this. This is Hank Pym as Giant Man / Ant Man, and I like the footprint that he leaves. I guess this is the new Avengers symbol, but this book was very well done. Now this next book is it's a 7-issue miniseries by Garth Ennis, and if you've never read The Punisher before by Garth Ennis, I highly recommend it. It is if you want a good violent story with a great background into who Frank Castle is and was. This is based on the Vietnam War. Now, this story is loosely based on, and you don't have to read it, but it kind of helps. The trade is out. It's The Punisher Platoon. It's a 5-issue miniseries of Frank Castle's one of his tours in Vietnam, and this guy was in the previous story. He was the colonel of the NVA, the North Vietnamese armies, and this this book is just like a bloody tour de force, especially with Frank Castle burying this guy into this other guy's intestines. This book is just outrageous. But yeah, this was definitely another A plus book. So this is Get Fury issue #2 by Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows on art. This book, now I've read The Last Ronin by for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I guess this is the one shot that's gonna lead into the story. I believe that's coming out in July by Jason Aaron. And if you don't know who Jason Aaron is, his run on Thor was very good. He has an off-world Batman story that's pretty decent. It's a Batman in space story, but this is a good introduction into the characters because there's a character sheet, which I think is great because they're trying to reel in new readers, and I think that's fantastic. They put like a couple of quick descriptions of certain characters that you may not know from like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I'm in that camp too. I'm kind of new to this to this whole world. But it looks interesting enough. I'm gonna read the first few issues when the story rolls out. The book I'm very excited to talk about, and this kind of slipped under my radar. This is The Mammoth, issue 1, by Paul Tobin. Now, this book starts off with this scientist. A huge wind comes by and she falls down and crushes her head. And this is set in South America. And her friends, who are also environmentalists, geologists, people who study the earth, they go to the funeral, and they are being interviewed by sort of a backwoods police deputy. But the cool story is this book has a really great human side to it. All the friends talk about the woman who passed away is Olivia, and each one of the friends just talk about like great stories with themselves and Olivia. But once they try to explore the forest where Olivia was, you see these people that just have these blank look in their eyes and say, "Can we help you find your way?" But nothing happened. Like, they look like a bunch of zombies, but it looks like, you know, nothing happens to them. But as the people keep continuing talking about stories with Olivia, one of the friends hears a noise outside, and one of those same kind of people, and that looks like Olivia. And the woman is definitely stunned, and it definitely leaves you on a good cliffhanger. I'm really liking The Mammoth so far, even though it's the first issue. So definitely read the next issue. Next up is Space Ghost by David Pepose. I really love this Francesco Mattina cover. That cover just really sings. The art in this book is fantastic as well. Francesco Mattina is not on art. It is Jonathan Lau, and he's a fantastic artist. But if this kind of takes, Space Ghost is kind of a comedic schlocky character, but this is kind of making him into, like, a serious character, which I love, especially with the end over there. That's a great picture over there. And finally, which I thought was a good setup issue, like a B plus, was Scarlet. This is the next installment of the Energon universe. Now, before we had Duke and Cobra Commander, and now this is going to be a 6-issue miniseries or 5-issue miniseries with Scarlet and Destro. I'm really excited for Destro. And Scarlet goes on a mission, and she thinks she found one of her old comrades, Jinx. If you've ever seen the G.I. Joe movie, she's the one that loves Falcon, and she fights blindfolded. She's a pretty badass character. And as Scarlet goes deep to find this sort of school of martial arts that's taken Jinx under their wing, she comes across a character that probably everyone who knows G.I. Joe is familiar with, and that is Storm Shadow. So this definitely has the making of a good book. I really enjoy it. I like the art, Marco Ferrari, and of course Kelly Thompson on script. Next week, I'm picking up Kelly Thompson's Black Widow trade paperback, the entire collection. I wish that run went longer. I think it was maybe 20 issues or something like that. But anyway, it's a really, really great run. But that's it for this week. And I, again, thank you guys very much for the warm wishes. We've been feeling, pretty okay with everything that's going on, just trying to keep our spirits high. And we have a lot of friends in our church that have been helping us out by talking with us and guiding us, and it's really great to have this community and my church community. I feel, we both feel very loved, and we really appreciate it. Again, that's the end of this show. I'm going to put my friends in the link in the description down below. Definitely check them out. They're great people. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care.